Murder Drones is good. On today's episode of Animation is Dying, we have an independent pilot produced by Glitch Productions, who used to do Gmod stuff until they discovered the power of mocap animation. I have nothing against mocap, it's just lazy. It only works in very select situations, but unless Glitch Productions is about to do some kind of grounded, realistic story, then it's pretty out of place. Although in Murder Drone's defense, I didn't notice it was mocap until I looked closer at things like hands and feet, and also this weird, slow roll they do with their heads sometimes. I think it would definitely profit from being animated more like Ratchet and Clank and less like Halo Reach. The designs of the actual drones themselves are pretty clever. I like how simplified and animated their eyes are and all those environmental reflections, and also how they seem totally interchangeable. It's very economic storytelling, not just in terms of knowing that they're literally drones, but also in terms of production. They made one model and then added some stuff onto it depending on the character. That's great, and it gives the creators a lot of opportunities to communicate through color and costume design. Although I would like to mention that the murder drones themselves kind of blend together. Even with the different hairstyles, I didn't make a huge distinction between the crazy one and the other crazy one. And I'm willing to forego realism when it comes to their wings. It's cool, it's edgy, I'll allow it. The story is that humanity is in a space age, and an evil corporation not unlike Meta creates worker drones to operate alongside humanity. And then the humans blow up the planet core, killing all humans on the planet. The worker drones carry on as usual, but the Zuck doesn't like that. So using his spice powers, he creates murder drones to kill off the regular drones.
With me!
The regular drones hide in their bunkers, but this one wants to fight back. And to avoid spoilers, I'll just say that it pans out in a way she didn't expect. Structurally, I have no issues with it, albeit limited in its environments. I do understand the economics of only having so many set pieces, but the biggest problem I have with Murder Drones is the way it's written. It's not horrible or even that bad, but it is very abrasive. Yeah, I know, hypocrisy, right? But Murder Drone's whole vibe is that it's dark and edgy and violent. The Murder Drone's lair is a mountain of corpses.
That's fucking metal as fuck, dude!
So characters talking like they're in Guardians of the Galaxy is weird. Like, it's way too self-aware, and part of me thinks from how often it's used that the writers consider that nuanced.
Classic toxic masculinity, Chad. That's never gonna end up problematic.
I'm an angsty teen fad, bite me.
Crippling daddy issues, hilarious.
What are you in for? Testosterone too hard? Sci-fi nonsense that super works.
Do that scary sounding emotionally repressed stuff you just said?
No more feedback on my repression today!
No.
I'm not mad at you, by the way, just generally hormonal.
Shut the fuck up!
It's like we're waiting for an inciting incident. And they said pirating all that anime was useless.
You know what it needs to be written like? Invader Zim. It needs to be written like Invader Zim.
Not scientifically possible!
When I see this poster, that is all I want. Just apeshit, weird, out-of-pocket insanity. It needs to embrace its dark side more, instead of trying to be lighthearted and fun all the time. No references to toxic masculinity or therapy or an inciting incident, just insanity.
Guys! My daughter is into doors!
The moments where it works best are when it reaches for that insanity.
Please stop beating my own eggshells in front of my family! You can't tell her, okay? Ah! My mind's in a weird place!
Other than ingesting their warm, sweet oil to avoid overheating and dying?
Dialogue is often a reflection of that lighthearted, self-aware writing, but I did want to quickly mention characters in the story, and these actually are spoilers.
Whoa, these faggots again?
The designs are great, but what doesn't really connect with me is what Uzi wants. She declares that she's gonna show them all by fighting back against the murder drones, and we can extrapolate that this is fueled by the loss of her mother, implied by this photograph and this very Zim moment.
The wrench I used to tighten bolts on my first door prototypes, and to put your mother out of her misery when the murder drones got to her with their nanite acid. I want you to have it.
Neat.
Okay.
By the end, though, she feels betrayed by her father in the colony and conspires with N, a murder drone, to kill all humans. It makes sense on paper, but I don't think what happens to Uzi informs this change of motive very well. Okay, your dad is a coward and N spared you, that doesn't change the fact that N is a murder drone, and for drama's sake probably killed your mother. It's not a Parthenax situation where they've long since reformed. This was all in one night. There's also that minor point about murder drones not being able to go in the sun,
I'd join you if the sun didn't kill me.
which is a really weird and dumb detail that makes no sense given their prerogative. When it ends, Uzi and N are completely fucked, and if they stayed with the colony, there would be eons more opportunities for character growth and, say it with me, America, conflict. I'd like to see a colony acclimate themselves to a rogue murder drone and N teaching them how to do what he does. I want Uzi to overcome the role of the outcast and become a leader while also juggling dark thoughts of human genocide. She is, after all, canonically crazy.
Easy, morons. It doesn't work. Yet. It doesn't work yet. Who said it doesn't work? Maybe it does!
And I also think it'd be awesome for all of them to continue fighting murder drones like a monster of the week, all the while getting the parts necessary to fix a spaceship. I think that kind of situation has far more potential as a series than two wacky robots in a spaceship to Earth. But Murder Drone's ultimate anti-corporate message is solid, and so is its plot. I just wished its characters had stronger or even more selfless motivations. A pilot informs the course of a series, and the greater the potential for an ongoing serial, the better the pilot. As is, I think it's good, with a world and a style that I definitely want to see more of. My biggest piece of advice, go crazy, Glitch. No self-referential humor, just go full Hot Topic, it'll be awesome. These are absolutely the projects people should be supporting, and as far as your content goes, this is the best you've done thus far.